Welcome to the Ambershows. I'm back. Okay, let's talk real quick about what's going on in the world. First off, ex-NFL player Joe McKnight, who I'm sure you know, was killed. He was killed in a road rage accident by Ronald Gasser. Ronald Gasser was arrested in Louisiana and has been charged with manslaughter. This happened last week, so all this time, the ex-NFL player Joe McKnight, 28 years old, who was in a road rage incident, he was allegedly walked over to the car to talk to Mr. Ronald Gasser, and Ronald never got out of his car and shot and killed Joe McKnight, 28 years old, 3 times. Joe McKnight was not armed. He didn't walk over to his car to snatch him out the car. He didn't walk over to his car to shoot him, stab him, or anything. And he was gunned down and murdered. Ronald Gasser is so full of himself, and in my opinion, so full of his whiteness that he actually had no regard for black life whatsoever. Killed this young man who, all across the board, by all accounts, was a very nice person. No one has talked bad about him in any type of way. And he sat right next to his car, called the police, and waited for the police to come. He was taken down to the station. He was interrogated and interviewed and then sent home. They even gave him police protection outside of his house. Ronald Gasser is white. Of course, Joe McKnight is black. I really feel that there are so many people who actually look at black men as not even human beings. They even feel like that about black people. Like, we have no feelings. There's no one who loves us. There's no one who cares. This has a ripple-down effect. I mean, his family is devastated. He has friends, associates, colleagues that are devastated. And here's the arrogance of this Ronald Gasser, who can just kill a person like that. There was a witness, supposedly, who said that Ronald Gasser actually had gotten out of his car and shot Joe McKnight, had shot him while he was down on the ground and shot him 3 times. But the police are saying that that's not true. For some reason, they don't want to believe this witness's account, and that they found casings from the gun inside of Ronald Gasser's car, so that they're saying that he never even got out of his car, which makes it even worse. So if you never got out of your car, then why would you have to kill somebody? You could just drive off if they're coming up to your car. So he deliberately killed this man, and he's being charged with manslaughter. Let's see how far that'll go. In Massachusetts, a teenager allegedly decapitated his classmate. It was a horrific murder. Matthew Borges was arrested for beheading his 16-year-old classmate Lee Manuel Valoria Polino, and then threw his head into the Mamaroneck River in Massachusetts. This is the world that we're living in. Listen, they're actually they're doing scans with it's scans at grocery stores. It's from Amazon Go. So they're experimenting where you can actually just go into the store. When you walk into the grocery store, you scan with your Amazon Go with your phone, and when you go in, you don't have to purchase everything that you pick up and put in your bag, or you put on your person, maybe in your pockets or your purse or whatever, bags that you bring in yourself. It's automatically just charged to your Amazon Go. And so you don't even have to stand in lines anymore. You don't have to interact with anyone else, which makes it kind of sad, because now we're going to have checkouts without people, and we have driverless cars. So just people are losing their jobs. And listen, I shop every single day. I admit it, I'm a shopper, and every store I go to, they all know me. No matter what store I go to, from New York to Florida. In New York, every store I shop at, all the people know me, the managers know me, and I always make sure that I know, who the people are, and I enjoy interacting with the checkouts and with the managers. When I go in, I get a lot of respect, and it's in it will eliminate jobs, which is really a sad thing. Computers, robots are eliminating jobs, and that's with Amazon Go. They're actually testing it right now, people will lose their jobs, like I said, and it's being tested in Seattle, Washington, right now as we speak. What will it take to convict a police officer for shooting an unarmed man? We've had so many of this going on. Do you know in the year 2015, we had 1,146 people were gunned down by the police. That is ridiculous. I'm talking about right now the unarmed man who was killed April 4th, 2015, 50-year-old Walter Scott. They have it on video where he had been stopped in his Mercedes. He didn't have proper driving license or insurance, whatever, but he jumped out of his car unarmed, started running. A passerby, a witness, actually pulled out their cell phone and shot the entire incident, where the officer, Michael Slager, Michael Slager is the one who gunned down Walter Scott as he's running shot him in the back and killed him. Another officer that was with him was Ray Tenzing. Both were not acquitted, but so far, but it was a hung jury. I don't know what jury who can look at a tape and see these men kill this man running, and he's unarmed, and they have a hung jury, which now it's up to the DA if he's going to prosecute again. 9 times out of 10 they might not, and if they do, they'll be found innocent. It's crazy. It's like, again, we are not human beings, and this is a trickle-down effect, especially now with the new administration that's coming into office. There will be white people killing black people killing white people, but especially white people killing black people and getting off, is my point. Getting off, as though we don't even exist. During slavery days, we were considered part of the chattel. They counted us with the cows and the chickens and the things that they owned on their farms and on their plantations, and it's no better today. Only difference is we have cell phones now where you can tape things, but it doesn't even matter. Here's the guy and the person who taped Walter Scott getting killed, he was scared to show it to the police. He wanted to actually erase it because he's scared of the police. And now that these police officers, they're out on bond and awaiting another child, and he's probably scared for his life right now. Racism is running rampant. It's a sad, sad thing. It's like we're going backwards going into 2017. It's like we're going backwards. I don't know what's going to happen, but it seems like a revolution may be on the way. Sophia Richie, that's Lionel Richie's young daughter. She's really cute. She looks, she's very light-skinned with light hair. Her mother was white. And she's saying on her Twitter page, she was talking about how she's modeling, and she's trying to get her singing career as well. But as she's modeling, she said around her in the industry, white people have all types of racist comments about black people in front of her, thinking she's white. She said she actually has to inform them, I'm light-skinned, but I'm black. Lionel Richie is my father. And she said it's like so blatant. Racism is crazy. And little kids, you have to be taught racism. And during slavery, the slave child would play with the master child until the master child was about 5 years old. And then that same slave child had to begin to talk to that 5-year-old child, his age, call him master. Isn't that crazy? So you're being raised this way. This is a way of living. In 2017 almost, it's about time that people realize that we're all one race of people living on this earth, but instead they're bringing up a whole new breed of people and children that are racist. They turn into adults. and they turn out to be like that police officer who killed Walter Scott, and that man like George Zimmerman who killed Trayvon Martin, and on and on and on. Last night, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see the Divas show. It was really good. Shaka Khan, that's my girl, Patti LaBelle, Tiana Taylor, Mariah Carey. Beautiful Christmas show. Loved every bit of it. Love Mariah. That's my girl. Patty turned it out. You know, I keep a freezer full of Patty pies, and I got Patty Peach cobblers. Love them. But you got to work out so you can stay in shape, though. Grammys. The Grammy will be out in a few months now. Beyonce, she was nominated with 9. Kanye, 7. Drake, Justin Bieber, Adele, Rihanna, they were all nominated as well. Japan has the lowest birth rate in the world. 80% of unmarried Japanese want to get married. They're marrying without dating now. Because you know there's no more where you set up marriages. So now what they're doing is they're just meeting a person and marrying them right away because they're so desperate to get married, or they are marrying their best friends, people they've known for years and years. Also, just want to remind you guys, you got to exercise, you got to eat healthy, you got to think positive, you got to love those that support and love you, and those that don't love and support you, whether they're family or not, get rid of them. Get them out your life. You can love a person from afar. You do not have to love anyone that does not make you feel loved or they support you. Get them out your life. Get rid of all negativity. It's 2017 coming up. Global warming is really big right now. It's been going on for a while. Poor polar bears are floating on ice with water. There's all types of problems happening in the world. Listen, Hawaii just had 4 feet of snow. It's in Maruna Rea and Maruna Loa in Hawaii. Snow. Chicago, slain boxer Ed Bad Boy Brown. He was killed in Chicago yesterday. He was a positive influence, great father. He's a 3-year-old little daughter who looks like his little twin. He was had just picked up some people, was dropping them off, and somebody just drove past and shot them up. He caught a bullet in the head. Sad situation. White folks are killing black people. Black people are killing black people. We have got to get ourselves together. We are actually contributing to our own murders, our own demise. The younger the people you kill, the less the population becomes, because you're killing off the population. If your boy is 16, 17, 18, 19, never had kids, and he's killed, the kids he would have had will never be. And we're killing off a population of people. $20 million has been approved for clean water, to clean up the water in Flint, and this is well overdue. Can't wait to see that happen. I-75 in Detroit will be closed for 2 years, beginning February 4th, 2017, for major repairs. Also, somebody in Detroit stole $13,000 worth of pickles from a store. Don't know what that's about, but just wanted to say, I don't know, maybe a restaurant might have wanted those pickles. Like, they're like really good pickles. Maybe they're some type of pickles that taste so good. You know, like, what do you call it? Truffles. Like truffle pickles. And a restaurant wanted them, so they heist all the pickles, and they sold them to the restaurant, and they can't be traced. You can't trace a pickle that's been eaten. My old neighborhood in Detroit, they're selling homes all on LaSalle Boulevard, over on Lathrop Village, everywhere. The homes are going very, very cheap, and these are big, huge homes where I grew up. You know, we had big rooms, lots of rooms, brick homes, beautiful backyards, front yards, and you know who's buying them up? The white folks. They're coming into Detroit. It's called regentrification, and they get all the protection. They're the ones who get the protection. So anybody that's looking for a beautiful home, check out the real estate in Detroit. I want to remind everybody, you can't change the past, but you can start a whole new chapter with a happy ending. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming to the Ambershows, and I will get back to you tomorrow. And Lunel, if you watch